Bortle here, but not there. Huge shout out to Jordan for filming this deck profile, and congratulations to Brandon Beckmann for getting second place with LunaLight Orcusts at the Salt Lake City Regional in Utah over the weekend. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and present the rest of the deck profile, guys.
Congratulations on your top. What place did you get, brother?
I finished second today.
Finished second. Congrats on that. Good to see you back.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What did you play today?
I used LunaLight Orcusts. Same deck I used at YCS Pasadena I topped with a couple weeks ago. And same deck from, obviously not the same list from YCS Dallas with the ban list, but still LunaLight Orcusts. I've been liking this deck.
Let's check out what you changed.
Alright, so I used 3 Tiger, pretty standard, 3 Chick, standard, the 2 Martin, the Emerald Bird. This card comes up a lot as an extender and its discard effect, 100% needed. So that's it for the core LunaLights. Your extender you need is Zephyros. I used Grepher and Arma. Grepher I added at Dallas, or excuse me, Pasadena. I didn't play in Dallas and have been using him ever since. This card's amazing. There's times where you can like discard this to send either this to do it back, or you can send your Orcus. Discarding to special summon it, just another Armageddon.
And he's level 4.
Yeah, so he has great synergy. Probably should have been playing him the whole time, but I used for the Orcus 2 Harpor and then your basics. I definitely think the second one, I use it for mainly game 1s, and I always side out because if they side in Lancia, so I still have the package. But just so if I have like an awkward hand with say Dangers, I can still do like a soft Orcus combo if I brick essentially.
The harp, right?
Yeah, with the second harp. For Dangers, I use your standard 2/2/2. I only use 2 Mothman just because you always want to make sure it resolves. And then I do use 1 Bigfoot, and the most recent change is 1 Thunderbird. Bigfoot comes up because he pops all the floodgates, so he has great versatility and utility. The reason I added Thunderbird is because I've been using Chupa before, and it's good because it's a level 4 and it can be an extender later in your combos, but when you need a danger to start, it doesn't work with Azathoth as for your 3 different types, because you'll normally get Azathoth, 1 of the Dangers, and then 1 of your LunaLights to go to Curious. So that's where he comes in, and also against like all the rogue matchups. Like Subterror is probably the best rogue deck in my opinion for anti-meta, and Thunderbird's really good against that, getting rid of the Set Guru. So that's the other reason I've used it. Didn't actually draw it or use it at all today.
Yeah, that's good you didn't draw it first.
Yeah, I drew Bigfoot and resolved him, but Bigfoot's the homie. He always summons himself out. He doesn't screw me. Mothman is the one. Mothman loves to discard himself though. For spells, the power spells, Foolishes, Perfumes, and the Tanky. Pretty standard for this deck. Nothing too crazy. 3 Perfumes.
Would you think of playing Rhoda since you have the 2 targets now, or is it not?
So actually, when the ban list first happened, I did play Rhoda, and I played a 43 card deck, but I noticed that Rhoda would just be essentially has too many normal summons is what would happen with it, and you don't get Grepher with a high enough level dark enough to be worth. And it also, adding Rhoda just makes your Thunder Dragon matchup a little more, which I know isn't as popular right now.
Yeah.
But so I did use it, but it just didn't end up being the cut. This is 42.
Have a lot of dead cards against Thunder because the Tankies and
right, and the Perfume searches. Like you need searches, and you get to your normal summon enough that like said
needed.
Yeah. So.
Okay, cool.
For traps, use the Serenade Course, Crescendo for the Orcus combo.
So you didn't play the field spell at all?
No, I don't use the field spell at all. Generally, I'll show you what my ending board looks like, and it's normally so powerful. Like I would rather have Crescendo for the negation than the Babble. And then the only hand trap I play is Impermanence. It's just the most versatile card, defensively going second, and you can draw so you just need Imperm.
Why'd you play 2?
Just so I'd have a chance to actually draw it. I've used 3 before I tried it, but then you just don't want to draw too many of these cards. Like you want to try and make the deck as consistent as possible. This is 42 in the main deck. It's 43, like I said, I've tried it before. Wasn't just not consistent enough. For 42 was like perfect. For the extra deck, the Azathoth combo, what makes the reason I even play this deck, so I don't get Phantasmade on my combo. I don't get Nibiru, which isn't that popular. Azathoth's amazing. 4 Strix for the combo. Dweller, I always end on Dweller going first. The MVP of this format. Tornado, really good disruption. The other best strength 4. I wish I could play Evil Swarm Nightmare, but there's just no room. Ding for the Orcusts, just the small Orcust. I do like double Gal over Gal on Grisu. There's a lot of instances where you just end up making the second Gal, and it lets you have a better Orcust graveyard setup. Or sometimes you make it, you can end on just using 1, and then you can have this even in your extra deck for the next turn to even use. So like, second Gal, I definitely use that over Long. The one day I tried Long Grisu, I regretted it. Barricade board for the random times you need to discard and use it. I rarely use this card to my combos. I thought about cutting it, but you need it for the random, for literally the bad hands is why you need this card. I used 2 Nightmares, Phoenix for back rows. Unicorn was something I didn't play at Pasadena that I had tested him back and forth. I'd been using the Math Mech, but I never made him at Pasadena, and then the one time I needed him, I milled my Imperial Order, which I played there off Curious. So Unicorn's definitely needed, 100%. I use Curious, of course, to send Moral Sword to win the game. Abramax, that I end my combo almost always turn 1 with him on it. I'll just show you the ending board. I'm not going to go through the combo.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, Abramax is insane. And then shout out Joey for letting me use the Prismatic
Shout out to
combo.
the
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Shouts. If I need one, if anybody wants to give me a good deal for my, so I can keep it looking
Heard it
nice.
here first, guys.
Yeah, this is the extra deck. Nothing too crazy.
And if you want to show us your side deck, you can.
Yeah, I'll
I
definitely.
know you're going
not-
to future events. So.
It's okay. I'm not. I'm not Mr. Secretive over here. Game changes fast enough, anyways. Phantasmes, best side deck card. Ash, I went back and forth on this card. I just figure Striker Orcust is so popular. Being able to stop the first engage can sometimes be enough to just break that hand because they don't get the extra draws, and it's just the most versatile card.
No Hornet Drone.
Yeah, I went back to Nibiru. I've been using Dark Ruler no more, but decks that'll try and Turbo Dweller out, Salad specifically, like I just miss this card, and it helps against the other decks out. Dark Ruler no more is good against the Thunder Dragon deck, the Pendulum deck, so it still serves pretty solid purpose. There's only a few decks that this doesn't hit, but being able to get rid of the Dweller, I think, oversees all of that, considering Dweller is really good against this deck. I only used 2 Lancias. One became the other. Yeah. There's plenty. Like Phantasme's coming in. These are all coming in against Orcust.
Yeah.
And then for the control decks, 3 Boot. Boot is the best, and 2 Twins.
Boot and Scoop.
Boot and Scoop. And yeah, man, that's the deck profile, guys.
Awesome, dude. Do you have any shout outs?
Yes, I do. So I should be smart and write these down, but I never do. Shout outs to everybody from Team Ghost, Leo, Jordan, AK, Johnny, of course. All my Utah peoples out here. I love you guys. This is my favorite place to come out to. I get the most love here. You guys are the best. Rocky Mountain Gaming. Check out Rocky Mountain Collectibles. Sorry, Johnny. Check out his store. He just opened up in Colorado. It's awesome. It's one of the best stores I've seen in the country.
Yeah, I saw it, bro. It looks beautiful.
It's amazing. Shout out to my homie Jose. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you, homie. I got you. And yeah, I think that's it for right now. I'll see everybody at Vegas coming up for the regionals, and then we got the 3v3 in February.